designing sustainable and affordable housing, growing cities, and transformation of the existing building stock. These are all topics we explore in the Master's track of Architecture at TU Delft, and they are just the tip of the iceberg. This 2-year Master's track is one of the top architecture programmes in the world and offers students the opportunity to explore architecture as a critical, creative and interdisciplinary practice. With a focus on design, research and innovation, the programme offers a unique learning experience that combines studio work, research seminars and elective courses. So what makes this track so special? What will you be working on and what are your prospects after graduation? Master Coordinator Peter Korstra has some answers for us. Peter, can you tell us more?
What's the secret word of the track of architecture? Diversity. Because within the track of architecture we offer a lot of different studios. All these studios have a diverse way of education, diverse topics, because the practice of architecture is also very diverse. It runs from very practical to theoretical, and it's all possible to study that within the track. How do we do that? Well, one of the things that we do, we work both analog, as you can see behind us in the modeling hall, as digital. That track's method of learning is done by questioning. Students are expected to work quite independently, and by questioning they learn.
Interesting, thanks Peter. But why should you study architecture? Professor Nathalie de Vries is an internationally renowned architect and a notable alumna from this course. Let's see what she has to say about the challenges that the students are being taught to face.
The challenges in our built environment are big. There's a growing population. We live with ever more people on this planet and we want to do that in a healthy and sustainable way. So how can we create buildings without producing too much carbon and waste is one of the important topics we have to work on now. How can we make buildings that maybe even produce energy? What is a healthy environment to live in and an equal environment? What's the future of our workplace?
That's a lot to sink our teeth into. How can architecture students approach this?
We use, for example, digital means to do this. But at the same time, we also still use classical techniques like sketching and model making to imagine possible futures, to create different models, to optimize them. And we also think about the finishing and the beauty and the aesthetics. It means that you have to integrate a lot of aspects of building, but you also have to come up with new solutions. And for that, you need creativity and knowledge.
Thank you, Nathalie. Finding innovative solutions that are beautiful as well as impactful will definitely put us to the test. But let's find out how they're implemented in the classroom. Peter, can you talk us through the programme in more detail?
When you start your track of architecture, you start with your Master 1. We have lectures on design and research methods parallel to your design studio and your building engineering studio, which are mainly integrated, and we're running lectures on history and theory. The latter is preparing you also for the Master 2, in which you have to write a thesis on history and theory. And that means in the Master 2 you have much more possibilities to choose. Actually, the Master 2 is one big elective. In your graduation year, you're doing both research and design. They belong together and they are underpinned as well with building technology.
Great info, Peter. Thank you. Now let's dive deeper into what it means to be a student here. Thanks to its international recognition, this programme is home to an incredibly diverse cohort. This makes for a great mix of experiences and perspectives. This variety in approach is compounded by the large number of electives you can choose every semester, making this track suitable for many different learners. Vera's a student here and she's approaching her graduation soon. Tell us, why did you decide to study at TU Delft?
I knew I wanted to go to a technical university, and first I wanted to skip architecture actually when I went to the information day in Delft. And then when I entered here in this model hall, I knew immediately that this was where I wanted to study. The place, the space, but also the people working there, and the fact that we were at a technical university, but everyone was working with models and drawings and physical stuff. I think this was something that really immediately convinced me, and that's how I signed up.
That sounds like love at first sight. And what's your favourite thing about this master's track?
I think what I liked most is that every quarter or semester again you can choose which direction you want to do, you want to work or focus on, and I think this was something that I very much enjoyed. So within the track there's studios, so there's all different directions, focusing from heritage to more urban scale to more the way of working like form studies. There's really many, and every quarter again you can choose which direction you want to work in that quarter, so you don't have to stay with one direction throughout your masters. You can also say, I want all my courses in the same chair, and then you become more specialized at one topic.
It's exciting that there's so much freedom of choice. But should I be studying here? Is this the master's track for me?
I think as long as you're curious and you're willing to learn about the built environment around you in any kind of way, come and have a look around. Ask people that study here their masters to show you their project, because everyone loves telling about their project usually, and it really gives you a better idea of if this is the right thing for you.
Good points, Vera, thanks. Architecture students are exposed to a range of architectural approaches and develop their own design strategies, while also gaining knowledge in fields such as sustainability, urbanism, technology, and materiality. Natalie, you are also really involved in practice, not just academics. In your experience, how does the faculty relate to the professional practice of architecture?
Architecture is a wonderful profession because you will work on the future of our built environment. And that future starts now, on the day that you start designing it. In my profession, you are able to combine cultural, technical and societal aspects with each other and use your creativity to make designs for the benefit of all. In a place like the Faculty of Architecture, you learn a lot of techniques, tools, methodologies, and you get a lot of information on technique, material, social aspects, history to integrate in your designs.
That sounds like the perfect gateway to an exciting career. The study of architecture at TU Delft extends beyond this diverse master's track to also include other tracks and their related disciplines, such as urbanism or building technology. The faculty has a lot to offer. Does any of this spark your interest? Find out more by attending one of our master events, reaching out to our study association Stilos, or visiting our website.